Hello, statistics students. Just coming at you here with a video on how to work with Achieve and the data sets that you may need to work with in any given problem. And so what will happen in Achieve is that you'll come across a problem, it will have a data set. Sometimes you'll see the entire data set, sometimes you won't. And that's what I want to deal with is when you don't see the entire data set. You might see 4 or 5 points when there actually might be 200 data points. And so when you're looking at these, the data that's given to you, in this case, we have all the data, but if I don't, I'm gonna need to download it. So, and I wanna work in Google Sheets. So I'm gonna download it as a CSV. You'll notice that the download occurs, and then you're gonna open up Sheets, go there. And when you get into Sheets, you can open a new document. You're gonna need to go to File and then open it. And so we're gonna go, it's gonna be in my downloads folder. So let me see if I can find that. And there it is. I've already downloaded it once, so I'm gonna just select that. Now you might need to put it in a location where you know how to access it, but anyways, you wanna open it up in Sheets, and then you're gonna work with this data. Let me show you a couple things that you're gonna need to be able to do. One is just to be able to find the sum of all of these. Well, what you do is you can click on any cell location. I'll just do it over here. Let me put a little title. I'm gonna call this sum. And I'm gonna go down below it. I'm gonna hit the equal sign and type it on my keypad, equals. And then what I'm gonna do is then type in, and I wanna know the sum of this data. So I'm gonna put sum, I'm gonna put parentheses, and then I'm going to select, I'm gonna click and hold and then drag down. I'll highlight all this, I'm gonna close my parentheses, hit enter. That's how I can find the sum of the data. Okay, and so if you need that, that's equals, it's right here. Now, if you wanna find the average, what you can do, or the mean, right? You can go down here, hit equals, and then just start typing in average. You should see average come up. We're going to select that. You'll see a parenthesis there. You'll click, hold, and drag down to the bottom. And select all your data. There might be 200 data points, so you might have to select down, or however many data points you have. You might even just want to select an entire column, but you'll be able to put that in there, average. And there we go. So the average of these data points is here. Now, if I need to insert maybe a table or a graphic, like maybe I want to do a box and whiskers plot of this data, what I can do is I can select the data. I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to pick a chart. And so in this chart, we can go over here and select what we want. And let's look through and see if we have the old box and whisker. There we go. At least 5 columns. Okay. Maybe that's not what I want. Hold on. Let's see. This is my first time really working with Sheets. So let me just look through and see if there's another option. Some of you guys might already know what to do. Just go ahead and do that. But anyways, you can pick different ones like histogram, things like that, and you can customize that histogram, selecting the bucket size, whatever you'd want that to be. Maybe it's 10, so that, and you can see the spread of the data, or whatever size you're going to want 25. And so the classes, you can change the sizes. Now they call it buckets here, but the classes for the histogram, you can select and change those. So that's one thing you can insert. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this actually. Box and whisker plot later on this, but you can sort your data as well. So if I want to go to the data and I want to sort this data, and so I'm just going to sort this from A to Z here, and puts it in order. So if you want to do that, you can also calculate the median here. And so the new median equals should show up median, and then I'm going to select my data set. There it is. And so the median is 31.25. So we're going to have an odd data number of data, which were from, looks like what? No, I'm sorry, an even number of data sets, right? You have 2 to 17. You subtract that. That's 15. Then you have to add 1 back on. So there's actually 16 data points here. So that means I'm going to take the 8th place and the 9th place, average those together, and that's our median. And if you wanted to find the first quartile, you can just obviously find the median of these. and then you'd find the median of these, and that would give you your quartiles, and you have your mins and your maxes. But anyways, just to run through how to do some of these things. Let's see, what other calculations? Standard deviation. So for standard deviation, what you want, first of all, we need the mean, which we have here. And next to this, I'm going to set up my deviations from the mean. So my deviations, I'm going to put equals. I'm going to click on this entry. I'm going to minus my mean. And when you do this, you want to put cash symbols around the letter, right before the D and then before the 7. What this is going to do, it's going to lock in the average position, and it will allow the A2 to change when I drag this down. So you can autofill. That's fine. Let me show you if I don't autofill. I can drag. I can click on this and I can drag. And what will happen is I do this, drag it all the way down. These are my deviations, which let me think here. Let me make sure this is calculating correctly. A4, 5, 6, 6, 7. Negative. Okay, so yeah, you can see that I was pausing there because there's so many negatives, but you can see that most of your data is below the mean. And that just gives us an indication that there's some outliers in this data. But you look here, there's some potential outliers. So I look here, and these are the only 3 positives. Okay, so there's my deviations. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit insert here. I'm going to insert a column to the left here. These are my deviations. I want to square my deviations because I'm trying to squared deviations. I am trying to calculate standard deviation. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put equals. And really, when you're squaring these numbers, I'm going to click this one. I'm just going to times it by itself. Okay, that's the same thing as squaring. There, autofill. Sure, let's go ahead and autofill everything. There's my squared deviations. Click through, just check your formula is working. Looking up top here, looks good. And if you remember, I need to sum all those up. So let me go ahead and sum these down here and hit equals sum. And I'm going to click and drag all of these. Okay, and that is the sum of all my deviations down here. It's going to be important. Let me actually shade this here with maybe blue. The sum of my deviations, a little hard to read. Change that a little bit lighter of a color. Maybe just something like that. And so if you remember your formula, it's the square root of the sum of the square deviations divided by n minus 1, the number of data points, which we said earlier was 16. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit down here, I'm going to hit standard deviation. I'm just going to show you how to do this. It's going to equal, and what I'm going to do here is square root SQRT, parentheses. It's going to be this number here, which is the sum of my square deviations. And I'm going to divide that number by n minus 1. Well, n is 16. I'm going to minus 1 from that and close that out. That's how you're going to do your standard deviation, which is that calculation. So you should run through that. Now let's see if they actually have a formula for standard deviation. Let's see equals. There, it looks like they have. Let's see if it calculates. I don't know if it's going to do the degrees of freedom the same, but we'll see. Let's take our data points. Let's figure that out. It looks to be the same. Okay, so anything, yeah, it is the same. So they are putting in the n minus 1 in there. So if you want standard deviation, they actually have the formula built in. Know how to do it by hand though, because I'll expect you to be able to show me that on a test, right? You just know the basic formula. And so anyways, this is a rundown of Google Sheets and some of the different formulas and how to set it up. I hope it helps you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I will hopefully talk to you guys later. All right, take care, enjoy the day, and hope you have some fun working with data. Thank you guys.